welcome back. Today we'll be creating my dream accessible home in The Sims 4. I don't know where this idea came from. It just hit me one day while I was building in The Sims, and I thought I'd share what I am looking for in both a home, a house, and an apartment. Unfortunately, the footage that I took of building the apartment, I think I forgot to push record because it was done in 2 different sittings. I think I may have just forgot to push record, but that's okay. Things happen. So the goal for this video was to create, like I said, an accessible home for someone with a physical disability, as we can't exactly do much about that within The Sims 4. We can imagine it. One of the things that you'll notice is that when it comes to the land, it is flat. I chose not to use a foundation for this, as there would be no possible way to get up there properly. So the first area of this house that we're going to go to is the living area. Now, I made this a little too spacious, but that's all good. As you can see, there's different kinds of spacing between the furniture. This allows for more roomy movement, which is a good thing. Now, one of my go-tos for looking at apartments or houses is whether or not the kitchen is accessible, because I love to cook. So some of the furniture you see in the final build I put in afterwards, so we're just gonna roll with it. So one of the things that I am looking for, especially with the countertops, is that when it comes to the sink and the gas and the induction cooktop, ideally the spaces between where the cabinets usually would be not there. And as for the upper counters, the cupboards would also be there, but I don't think they'd be functional. Have a standard kitchen table, dining table, with just 4 chairs there. Now, one of the things that we'll be getting to is the bathroom. Now, when it comes to the bathroom, ignore my sim that's actually in there. She is currently cleaning the toilet. It was just like that when I loaded back in. So you've got a standard toilet, a bath, and a freestanding shower with, well, I wish the freestanding showers in The Sims actually came with a shower curtain, but what can you do? But also the basin itself would be similar to the one you've got here, where there's at least a gap for you to get underneath it. One of the things that I had fun when building this house was the bedroom. There's enough space for a wheelchair to get in there, for example, and on either side you have a bedside table. But within this room, you've also got a dresser and a table, a rolly chair, and also a laptop for working at. Designing the outside space was interesting. So what we have are 2 bins outside, because here in Australia we have the regular bin and the recycling bin. There is also a backyard table set and a barbecue for special occasions. So with all that said, that is the house done. Now let's head over to San Myshuno to check out the apartment that was created. Like I said, I do not have footage of building the apartment, but we can still go touring it. So let's hop over there now. Just like the house, the apartment layout is kind of similar. When we first walk in the apartment, when we first walk in, we are greeted by the sofa, the TV, and the coffee table. Then next to it, we have the computer chair, the desk, a mini little bookshelf, and the laptop. Once we go further over a little more, we then have a table with 2 chairs and the countertops. Like I explained in the kitchen section of the house, these would have cutouts along the bench tops so that a wheelchair could get underneath it. Building the apartment was actually kind of fun. The bedrooms and the bathrooms are similarly laid out, where there is enough room for a wheelchair to get in if need be. But there's also enough room for you to get around in general. We're just going to have to pretend that both these bathrooms have railings. But other than that, it's a quaint little size. This apartment in general is a good little size for this demonstration. The other apartments within The Sims 4 were actually too big for me to properly utilize the size to prove my point. So let's quickly go over a couple of things. One of the things my dream home would have to have is an accessible bathroom with a lot of handrails so I can transfer safely. An accessible kitchen with an induction cooktop rather than a gas one, because gas stoves actually freak me out. And a semi-big enough space to entertain if I want to have anyone over. So with all that said, thank you for watching this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Have a great day, guys.